Hi, we're going to talk about how to do a color appointment. I'm so excited about this. Are you? Well, color appointments are so much fun because it gives you an opportunity to get in front of your customers again and let them try lots of other fun products that they didn't get to try the first time around. So it's really a strategy. It's a strategy to get in front of them again and then have them introduce you to their friends. How great is that? It keeps your business rolling forward. So, color can be a little intimidating for some people, but do not fear. We have a glamour flip chart that is so helpful. All you have to do is flip through the pages and read the front. There's no words even on the back. You just go over it together and talk it through. This is definitely a self-guided appointment. This is not something that you are doing the makeup on them. You are not a makeup artist. You really aren't supposed to touch your customer, maybe only to just give them a little correction or a little help if they're super nervous or unsure. But for the most part, they're doing it themselves, okay? So let me talk to you a little bit about the products that you're gonna need and the flow of how a color appointment will go. Number one, sometimes when we do a color appointment, we will do it one-on-one just with that person, and it's just with her, okay? That's simple, but it doesn't help you meet new people. Ideally, you want to have a color appointment where she's coming back to you a second time and she's inviting friends to join you. In that case, you have options. You could do her color appointment separately before her friends arrive, especially if they've never seen you before, they've never tried Mary Kay. We want them to do skincare, right? But she's already done the skincare, so she can have a customized color appointment with you before her friends arrive. You're gonna need about 30 to 40 minutes to do it, maybe even a little more if you're a little bit unsure of how to do it. And then after she looks all gorgeous and beautiful, her friends come, and then you do the skincare class with them. If that's not going to work out for timing, you can do them simultaneously, but it's a little bit harder. And basically what you would do is the same skincare class that she's already done. She'll probably get to do some special treatments because it's her second go around. And at the end, when everyone else is doing a really quick dash out the door, just the grocery store glamour look, she's gonna get the full compact with some extra products, and she's gonna get to do more of the Build-A-Babe look, okay? She's gonna have her, full look on, but she's gonna have to do it more on her own without your help because you're gonna be busy helping everybody else. So you wanna meet with her ahead of time to pick the colors, make sure she knows which brushes to use for what, and talk her through a little bit about the products that she'll be using. So up to you how you do that, and it's really about her schedule and your schedule, but either way, you're letting her try color and you're getting in front of more people, hopefully. So let's go through how you would actually do this. Now, when you start your color appointment, sometimes people are already a skincare customer. So you want to ask them, how's everything working so far? How's your skin feeling? How are the products, working on your skin? And sort of review what you did before. See what kinds of issues or concerns she has about her skin, and you can even ask her, if you had a magic wand and you could change anything on your face, what would it be? And then you can also ask her, what's your favorite feature about your face? Because that's the feature you want to highlight, you want to spend time on, because she loves it. It's her, her favorite part of her face. For the things that are a concern, that may be a place where you try to correct or conceal. It could be an area where you recommend another skincare product for her, because sometimes it could be something like large pores, or it could be uneven skin tone. And that's going to bring you to the first part of your appointment, which is to do a little skincare supplement time. Before you start with the makeover, you may want to ask her, hey, do you want to try some of our supplements first so that we can get your face really nice and clean? Of course, a healthy skin tone is going to make the makeup look even better. So a couple things that would be highly recommended might be the charcoal mask, very popular to do this. Or if she has more dry skin, the moisture renewing gel mask. There are some other exfoliation products like the facial peel, the Revealing Radiance facial peel, and that is part of the Voluform collection. Or you could try, the microdermabrasion, and you tried that on the elbow at the first appointment, but you could let her do it all over her face with a pore minimizer. So that's an option as well. And one more thing could be the tone correcting serum. So there's other serums and things like, this vitamin C square, I forgot about that. Just extra special treats that she gets to do because this is her second time trying the products. And we want to really go deeper into new products that she may never tried before. So pick some of those to start using in demos. Use them on your own skin so that you can familiarize yourself with them, and then bring them to some of these appointments to let people try it at their next second appointment. Now, some people are going to opt to not really do a whole lot with color at their second appointment, and you can turn that appointment into a spa experience where they would get to try multiple serums and do other fun things like try our body care products. That's a whole nother video, but just keep in mind that if women are not super interested in doing a full color glamour makeover, then you can just spin it and use more of those extra supplements and body care products so that they get in front of you again and bring some of their friends along, so you keep that ball rolling in your business. We call that working full circle. All right, so let's get to the flip chart. You're going to want to have a brush set. For your woman who is doing a makeover, she's going to want to use our fabulous professional brush set. So that is very important for you to have that. And these are professional brushes. They're super soft, and she is just gonna get so much of a better look when she uses our brushes as opposed to those plastic applicators. So I highly recommend that, because the whole flip chart is based on teaching them about how to use the different brushes. Now, in the beginning, it kind of goes over some of the foundation tools, because you're starting with a clean face, hopefully nice and exfoliated, some serums on there, some moisturizers and eye creams, and then you'll put on the primer and her choice of foundation. You can also give her other options for foundation that she didn't get to try the first time. So if she did CC cream, you might want to see if she wants to try the liquid, which is a little more full coverage, or a mineral powder. If you don't have those, obviously don't offer it, but it might be something to build up in your inventory so you have different foundation options. And you're going to use some of these tools to put on the foundation, like the primer and the blending sponge or a foundation brush. Then you talk a little bit about our brushes, what makes them great, why we love them, and then you're going to go right into talking about her eye shape. Okay, this is where you want to have a compact ready to go for her to use. And when you have a compact that's pre-filled with colors that work really good for her, you are prepared and you're ready to go. It's a good idea to kind of look at that compact together and see if she's happy with those colors. And as far as recommendations for what colors to use, there is a really nice chart that's on our website and on Mary Kay in Touch. I keep it in my flip chart, and it kind of gives you a recommended color for all the different skin tones and eye colors. So you can pick out the colors based on that or her personal preference. I keep my colors in a display tray like this, and then I pop them out and put them into a compact for her to use, because this is too overwhelming and too many colors for one person to look at. So I would choose colors and put them into the compact, and then if there's things that she doesn't like or she wants to switch, we could switch them out. But you want to do that ahead of time. And I have another compact for blushes. So that's just how I store my mineral colors for eyes and cheeks. But then when I am ready to do the appointment, I put it into the compact with a lipstick too. All right, so this is where you're gonna look at her eye shape, and you're gonna help her figure out what shape eye she has. And there's a lot of great things on the internet about how to, see the different eye shape and where to put the product, but this is just a good guide. You don't have to have it memorized. Just look at their eye, figure out, what eye shape you think they have, and then go with the application that's listed here. And then you're going to begin by putting an eye primer on. This is a really great product because it helps it's like a foundation for your eyelids, and it helps the powder stick and really make the color more intense. So you're basically just showing her how it works, and I love to do a demonstration on the back of my hand where I would put a little bit of primer on one part of my hand, and then I tell them, watch this. Okay, you're gonna take one of your little applicators, like these little sponges are good. I'm gonna dip it into a dark color, and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna put the color on here so you can see how it's really sticking and the color is very vibrant on the primer. Then I'm gonna put it over here where I didn't put the primer. Look at the difference in that color. Which one do we want on our eyes, right? Isn't that an amazing difference? So I recommend doing that on the back of your hand with a primer so they can be like wowed and really impressed with the sticking power and just the results that you would get from using an eye primer. So they're going to take that, put it all over their eyelids, and just let it dry for a couple seconds. And during that time while it's drying, you can kind of go over with them the different brushes and how they're going to use them for different colors. So we have these brushes, and the first brush is the all over eye brush, okay? That's what you're gonna use first. And with this brush, you are going to put the color that is the first color. That is called the highlight color. Usually it's on the lid and a little bit up here, depending on the eye shape. So that's usually the lightest color, and that would be this one here, and they are patting it into the lid. When you're having them do it with the brushes, make sure they tap it off and then they push into their eye. You don't want them to do this kind of stuff because then it goes all over the place. Tap it and then push it, okay? So after they do that color, they're gonna go into their mid-tone color. And that is where they have a brush that is more of a, did it fall on the ground? Where did my brush go? Oh, here it is. It has an angle to it. Okay, you see that brush? So that's the middle color, and that's gonna go in the crease, put it in the color, tap it off, and then show her, based on the eye shape, where she's gonna put it, and then she does a windshield wiper back and forth, back and forth. She can bring it up a little higher if she wants to see it a little bit more, depending on the distance between her eyebrow and her eyelid, but it's pretty much in the crease. It's called a crease brush, okay? So that's the second thing, and it tells you how to use it right on the chart. And then the accent color is going to go into the outer corner, but depending on their eye shape, you will use it a little differently. So there's a picture there to show you. This is usually the third or darker color. You're gonna put it in the dark color, tap it off, and then this is a really, really fine tipped kind of brush, and that just is gonna help it really carefully go into the corner where you want it to go. So that's the last color that they would be using. And then blending, all right? They're gonna go back to their first brush, okay? And they're gonna do little circles all around so that those colors just blend in nicely together, that they don't have like a hard stop between the light color and the dark color. It's nice and blended, but not like all mixed together, so it's like a big old mess. So teach them how to just do little tiny circles to blend it. Then you're gonna clean up under the eyes, and that's when you get to use some of the concealers and under eye correctors. These are great products because they brighten so much under the eyes, and they really just make everybody look younger and more awake. So you're gonna help her find the right color, and you're gonna instruct her to, you can put a little in her tray and then have her use her finger, or there's a brush that you can use for it too. It's a cream eye color brush, but it's also a concealer brush. It looks kind of like the first brush we used with our eyes. But what's great about this is they can just pat it in. And what I like to do is sweep it up like this so that if there were any little particles that fell down, you can wipe them away and just sweep it up. It just helps to lift the eyes and make it look really cleaned up. So you can use the under eye corrector if they're concerned about dark circles. If they're looking for more like a highlight, you could use the concealer. Then we're gonna do some brows, and we have a fabulous brow brush that has this little applicator, like a spoolie on one side and a liner on the other. And you groom the brows first, talk to them a little bit about how to do the shape of the brows to make sure that it starts and ends in the right way. You can learn more about this on Color Confident so that they can see where their arch should be and where their brows should start and end. They like learning those things, so make sure you do that Color Confident class so you can be knowledgeable to teach them. And they have options when they do their brows. They can use this tip to dip into a eyeshadow that's a matte eyeshadow that matches her color and just feather it through really lightly. We also have brow products that are really fun, like the Definer liner, precision liner, and this is a great thing to also feather through the brows. And then we also have our volumizing tint. And if you're not sure which one to use, you might just want to let her choose different ones and put one on one eye and one on the other eye and see which one she likes better. But you're going to match the color, make sure it's maybe a little bit lighter than her hair color, but everyone has a different preference. Some people like dark, bold brows. So that's something you could play with and make sure that she likes the tone and the color. While you're doing these appointments, make sure that you're writing down all the colors, because later you don't want to forget, oh, what color was your favorite? You want to be writing it down and taking some notes as you go. Then you're going to finish the eyes up with our eyeliner. And I had my little eyeliner sample here, and here it is. Okay, so we have little eyeliner samples that we can get from Mary Kay, and they just pop off like that. They come in black, dark, deep brown, or steely. And so you're going to give her a little sample so that she can put that on herself. Teach her sort of the do's and the don'ts of using eyeliner, and this little picture can show you that you want to make it really thin and close to that root of your lashes, because if you make it up high, it's going to look weird, and you don't want to go just on the bottom because that looks weird too. Okay, then you're going to have her put on the mascara, and since it's her second date, she gets to try different mascaras. They come with different wands, and you're going to do her cheek color that you've picked out ahead of time using your cheek brush, and that's down in here in her compact, and she's going to just pat it on and blend it. And then you're going to use the translucent powder. So translucent powder, sorry, it's over here, is a great way to finish. They used this at the first appointment. It's a good idea to let them do it again with the powder brush. It's something that they would just dust over their face. Some people call it caking, but it just helps to set everything and makes it look so pretty. And just a little tip, the way I do it is I tap a tiny bit into the top of the lid, and then I swirl it around like that, tap it off, and then just let them dust. Okay, so that's how you use the translucent powder, and they're gonna love it. It's like this perfect finishing powder. Then after that, you're gonna focus on the lips. Now we've got several different kinds of lipsticks. So in your inventory, in your demo, you may wanna have a few different kinds so they can try them all out and see which texture they like the better. Some women are very particular about the texture and the finish and the smell and the taste. So have a couple of the True Dimensions, which are creamier and more luminescent, or have some of the matte or semi-shine lipsticks. And those are gonna be a little bit more of a long staying power. And let them try it and see which ones they like best, and then start sampling them. If they want a nude, go with the nudes. If they like a berry, do a berry. Let them look in the catalog. This is a time when you can let them see the catalog and let them look at the colors that they prefer. You can also do a lip liner first, and then even the lip primer. Some women want long staying power, or they're concerned with the lines that are in their lips. So a lip primer can be something that they use first. And you can just scrape that off with a little applicator, and then they can put it on. So lip primer, lip liner, lipstick, and you can even finish it off with a little lip gloss, a full lip look. But again, based on her preferences and what she likes. Then you're going to want to finish it with the finishing spray. Squirt, 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 4 squirts. That's going to help set everything, make it look perfect all day long for hours and hours, and teach them a little bit about how they should be cleaning and taking care of their brushes. We have a great brush cleaner that you're going to want to promote so that she can keep her brushes healthy and long lasting. So that's pretty much how we finish with our color appointment. We do have a great color closing sheet that you would show her. I show her everything that I wrote down, and I usually put prices next to it, but then I tell her that we have specials on sets, and I show her the set sheet and teach her about, you know, different things that are going to work well together and the special prices that I have. If she's hosting a party, she's going to get discounts because she has friends that are joining her, and she'll get a discount on some of those sets. So at the end, you're going to ask her, what's your favorite part of your look? Did we achieve what you wanted to achieve? And you're going to write little stars next to the things that she loved the most, and that way you know what's on her wish list for the future. And then you're going to say, well, what did you want to start with today? And you're going to write down the things that she wants to buy. And again, if she's a hostess, you're going to say, okay, well, I'm going to see what your discount will be after your friends place their orders, and we'll put this together for you, and you'll be looking gorgeous, and now you know how to do it yourself, and all your friends are going to be amazed when they come. So the advantage of doing this appointment before her friends arrive is that when they do come, they get to see her glamour look, and it's going to incentivize them and excite them to also book their glamour appointment. So they get to do all this fun tips and tricks and look like a supermodel just like their friend. So I hope that helps you with learning how to do a color appointment. I know it can be a little intimidating because there's so many new products to try, but if you use the flip chart, it's just a step-by-step process, and the more you do, the better you get. Have fun.